Hey, glad to have you here. Welcome to the program. Thanks to Joe Pags Show. Great radio stations across the land. Newsmax TV, iHeartRadio, JoePags.com. It is a Monday. Oh, that's Junior Walker's Shotgun. You know it's a Motown Monday. Lots going on. Really a huge day today. We've got a lot to get to. Bottom of the hour will be Newt and Callista Gingrich. They both have new books out that came out last week. One is a novel by Newt Gingrich. It's called Treason. Oh, Carrie, how's it going? You good?
I'm just fine. How are you?
My news anchor, general pain in the neck, it's Carrie Lockie. Newt Gingrich's novel Treason is it's a book about a terror attack or terror attacks under the watch of a woman president. Well, I don't know if that's foreshadowing or what the story is there. Let's hope it's not. On both levels, we don't want any terrorist attacks. No, I don't want this woman to be the president. So we have that. And also, Callista Gingrich has the latest in her series. It's the 6th installment of her Ellis the Elephant series. Have you ever read these books?
I have not.
They sent them to me a few years ago, last time I talked to them, and they're very cool. Now, this one is called Hail to the Chief. It focuses on a lot of the wonderful people that have been presidents of the United States of America. So we'll talk to both of them at the bottom of this hour tonight. You know what's happening at the bottom of this hour tomorrow night?
Who?
Donald Trump.
Really?
Oh, yeah. The Republican nominee for president of the United States, Donald Trump. Donald J. Trump, his own self. Boy, his fingers must hurt from all the tweeting.
I know. He did quite a lot of that.
I mean, he is tweeting his ass off. So we'll talk about that. And I love that. I think it was the defense at the last debate. I use Twitter. I use new technology. What's the problem? I like Twitter. I use Twitter. So what? I use Twitter.
We know. He tweets
and that's it. That's that. So we'll have him tomorrow night. I will certainly take your phone calls. See, this is what I normally do. When I've got a big guest who's coming on, I'll take phone calls, and what I'll say is, hey, what question would you ask him if you could? And then people will call the phones, and the lines will light up, and then I won't ask any of the questions that they ask me to ask them.
It's true, right? Yes.
But generally speaking, people are on the right line. Well, because, I mean, every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds an acorn. Every once in a while it happens. So perhaps, we'll get one today where I have the question. And the problem is, Carrie, everybody thinks they have the question that's going to solve the problem.
Yeah.
Or going to win the debate or lose the debate or win the election or lose the election. So I'll take your phone calls if you've got questions for Donald Trump. I'll be interviewing him tomorrow right here. Make sure that you stick around on the Joe Pags Show. Lots going on today as well. Julian Assange, WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, he has no damn internet.
No.
They shut his internet off.
Yeah, they did.
So again, when
actor did it.
When Trump says the election is rigged, and then you see the collusion in all these emails between the media and the Clinton campaign, and now you see that the one guy who is outing the media and Clinton campaign collusion and the FBI collusion and the pay-for-play stuff, the one guy who's dumping the documents, suddenly he doesn't have the internet available anymore. Well, that's a little something. That'll make you think a little bit, won't it? So we've got that for you, which is always nice, and much, much more. But it's become a tradition. I think that you'd call it a tradition, wouldn't you?
What are you talking about?
It's going to be the Monday NFL update of the Joe Pags Show on a Monday.
Oh, yeah.
And I've added music. Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
NFL Monday in the Joe Pags NFL update on Monday.
Dude,
Monday.
That title sucks.
No?
No.
All right, so then I'll just write the music. I'll write the music underneath me a little bit here, and I'll give you my update on what I saw over the weekend.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, you missed some good ones.
I don't think so. No, I haven't missed any good football games this year at all, to be honest with you. For those who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I don't watch the NFL. I haven't watched the NFL, and I've been waiting all year for the NFL season to start. Don't get me wrong. I love NFL football. The fact that other countries call soccer football or football, they should really be penalized somehow because it's not really football, okay? That's a bunch of guys running around kicking a ball around. Let's be honest. Can we be honest? It's a bunch of people for 90 minutes, out of breath, kicking a ball around. Oh, 1-0. What a game. That was great. Let's go to some extra time. What? Wait. I thought it was over after 90 minutes. Nah, we got some more time. How much more? We're not sure. You know what I mean? And then look, they're running to the other side of the field now. Woo! I don't get
exciting.
it. Let's be real.
Florida.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
So NFL football is, for me, the real football. Football Americano. So it's the real football, and I haven't watched any of it this season because you've got idiots like Colin Kaepernick. And now, from what I understand, the entire Buffalo Bills team sat down this week or something, or knelt or something.
That I don't know.
Woo,
I didn't hear about
way
the
to
Bills.
go. High five, Bills. You guys have sucked since 1991. Wow. Way to be stupid. So I'm at the gym today, and I'm talking to my friend Bernard, former NFL player, and the guy Cedric that I somehow was like, hey, could I work out with you guys? I was that guy today. So I worked out with them, and you're right. I'm looking pumped. I'm looking buff. I get it.
No, we
did chest
that.
today, so if I'm filling my shirt out even better, it's because I really built the chest up today. But
really?
Yes, really. But we're talking about it, and he's like, well, listen, I understand why he's doing it, and look, hey, here we are, we're talking about it. And I said, let me ask you something. What are we talking about? Well, Colin Kaepernick protesting. I said, are we talking about the problem? He said, no. I said, has he solved anything? No. Are we talking about what it is that's causing him to be this guy, who, by the way, somehow and for some reason idolizes Fidel Castro, one of the biggest oppressors in our history? He said, well, no, you're right about that. We're not talking about what he feels the issue is. We're talking about him. I said, well, that's the problem. Therein lies the problem. We're talking about this guy. And there's no good reason to. I mean, clearly he doesn't really understand what the issue is. Then I talked to him about the Professor Fryer from Harvard, who did the study that said he was surprised himself. He happens to be a black professor, surprised himself that there is no bias in police shootings. I just heard a number today that 100 police officers have died in line of duty just this calendar year so far. And here we are just in October. 100 police officers are dead this year. And I guess 40 some odd, 45, 50 have been shot to death by a bad actor. So we've got all this going on, and Colin Kaepernick is allegedly raising the awareness, and I just don't, he's been doing this now for what, a couple of months?
Yeah.
Have we solved whatever the problem is?
No.
Is he in the inner city talking to the police and trying to bring the community together? Maybe get the community, maybe get police, maybe get some gangs from the area together. Let's find out how we can make this better and have better understanding between the parties. Are we doing any of that, or do we have this idiot kneeling on the sideline?
Yeah, still kneeling on the sideline.
And as the ratings go down for NFL football, at what point will the teams say, dude, you're wearing my uniform. Stop doing this. Do this when you're off of work. Do this when you're not wearing my uniform. Do this when you don't have a helmet on that's got an American flag on the back of it. Do this, as a post-game interview with the media, who will, believe me, throngs of media will show up at your locker to hear you talk down about the United States and hear you talk down about Trump or whatever, and here you talk down about the police and how people are oppressed. People will surround your locker. At that point, do what it is you're trying to do. You do it in uniform, and you're turning people. I'm a super fan, and you're turning people like me. I don't know if my favorite team, the Dolphins, won or lost. I'm assuming they lost because they're the Dolphins. Yeah, I'm sure you know. Did they lose?
No, they won yesterday.
So they actually won. So now what are they, 2-4?
Did.
Something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Who the hell did they beat?
Steelers.
I could have beaten the Steelers. Come on. Actually, the Steelers are a pretty good team.
That's 30 to 15.
I had no idea what happened with my favorite team yesterday. Yeah. I don't know who's playing tonight. Don't care. Won't be watching. And again, if you don't think the revenues are going to go down, if you, NFL, don't think the revenues are going to go down because your ratings are going down, you're out of your mind. The advertisers now, for those who don't understand how it works, is these NFL teams make deals. Well, the NFL itself does. The corporation makes a deal with networks for billions and billions of dollars. The networks get to sell commercials during the games, and those commercials, you can ask for a premium because there's such a huge viewership of the NFL. Well, if the viewership goes down and the ratings go down, you can't charge as much for those spots. The NFL is going to get as much money from the networks, and the players can't be paid as handsomely as they're being paid to play a game. Which I don't take it away from them. God bless them. They've got a great talent. Utilize it. Make as much money as you can. But pretending that you somehow now have the responsibility to get on your knee during a song is so ridiculous that people like me are not tuning in on Sundays or Thursdays or Mondays anymore. We're just not. Stop doing it, and we'll come back. Now, I want you to protest your face off. Get on ESPN and protest. Go in on Hillary Clinton campaign stops and protest. Do whatever you want to do. But when you're wearing the uniform, and you're about to entertain people like me for a huge sum of money, just do your job. I used this example today with Bernard. If I were a pizza delivery guy and I showed up at your door and you said, "Oh, great, dinner's here," and I said, "Hold on a second, I want to talk to you about the oppression that's happening in the neighborhood before I give you your pizza," and I'm wearing a uniform, and the uniform is Domino's Pizza or somebody, is that really my role, or am I there to deliver a pizza, take the money, and go back to the store? Now, once I'm off, if I want to go and make some sort of an impact in the community, by all means, I should do that. I think as a delivery driver, I'd be fired. As a football player, you're somehow heralded or rewarded. It's very, very strange. 1-800. So, again, that's the update. My Joe Pags Monday NFL update on a Monday. And I have no clue what happened. 1-800-383-9624, joepags.com. When we come back, I'm going to talk about the status of forces agreement. We've got a new military operation happening in Mosul, Iraq. And, Carrie, you've got an update on that. We'll update people on what's going on. And I'll tell you how this is an election ploy, a political ploy. I hope they're successful. Don't misunderstand me. But after Obama and Clinton decided to take the forces out in 2011 to win an election, now suddenly we're back in there with 5,000 troops or something, and we're going to try to take Mosul back and Fallujah, maybe whatever else, and get rid of ISIS. I think it's great. Get rid of ISIS, 100%. But why are we doing it now? And why didn't we leave the forces there to stop ISIS from ever showing its disgusting, horrible head? 1-800-383-9624, joepags.com. Coming right back.